talk about the weather gods, and it seems like it's a harsh summer that we're going to be staring at. That's what the IMD prediction is. So let me welcome on board KS Hosalikar, the scientist and head at the Pune department of IMD, joining in on the show right now. Mr. Hosalikar, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining in on ET Now. Firstly, wanted to understand how bad could it get in the coming summer months?
Yeah, as far as the forecast which is given for the summer outlook, yesterday by IMD, we have said that the maximum temperature would be almost at all the places above normal, except the parts of the some parts of the Maharashtra and some parts of the southern peninsula. So the summer is going to be on a higher side with the above normal temperatures at both in the eastern part, northwest India, northern part, and east central India also.
IMD yesterday in the summer forecast also indicated that they expect the effect of the El Nino current to come down. Could you quantify what is the indication when you say that it could come down?
You said about El Nino?
Yes, because you've said that the El Nino effect should fade away in coming months.
No, it's not El Nino, it's La Nina, which is weakening from the October. We have a triple dip La Nina, which is one of the unique case as far as the climatology is concerned. So we continuously had 3 years of La Nina, which is favorable for the monsoon season for the India. But from October onwards, the La Nina conditions are weakening over the equatorial Pacific Ocean. And the climate models are also suggesting that there's a possibility of development of El Nino also. But there is a rider on this, that the predictions made in the month of February or March for the ENSO conditions, that is the equatorial Pacific temperature SSTs are there. The uncertainty is there and the skill is not much. We call it as a spring barrier. So we need to watch it, and we will give the update, better update for that in the month of April. The spring barrier is something that will prevent us from very accurate forecasting. It's a global issue.
Mr. Hosalikar, historically we have seen that when the El Nino effect has been there, and I'm looking at a UBS report which maps the last 30 years where 3 times the El Nino impact has been there, it has had an impact on the monsoon distribution. So can I say that this year we could be in for a bad monsoon or a poor monsoon, or there could be a challenge with the monsoon distribution?
Yeah, this is a good question. I'll answer it in 2 parts. First is, I have a data with me from 1951 to 2022. And it's almost like more than 70 years old data. And there were about 16 cases when El Nino was there. And out of that 16 cases, there were 9 cases when it affected the Indian summer monsoon. So what it indicates that every time when the El Nino is there, Indian summer monsoon did not get affected. This is number 1. So that fear of 1-to-1, El Nino is there and the monsoon is going to get bad. I think we need to, we need to have more clarity on this, number 1. Number 2, the monsoon depends not only on El Nino, but it also depends upon many other factors like Indian Ocean dipole in the Indian Ocean, the Eurasian snow cover. And because we are in the tropical country, the local weather also affects during the monsoon season. So there are various other factors on which the performance of the monsoon depends. Now coming to whether this will be a bad monsoon or this will be good monsoon, I would suggest Indian Meteorological Department said it very clearly that, we have to wait because the current ENSO predictions are having a trouble of, the spring barrier. That's at this time of the year, when we talk about the El Nino predictions or ENSO prediction, the uncertainties are there, intrinsic uncertainties are there because of the low coupling of the ocean and atmospheric over the equatorial Pacific. So we have to wait for some more time, for having the more clarity whether the El Nino would be there or at what time it would be there. Currently, it is suggesting that it would be at the end of the monsoon season, but we need to wait for more clear picture on El Nino.
Okay, my next question, sir, is that when we've seen this kind of an El Nino current in the month of Feb and March, what has been the divergence? How much the divergence has been there in terms of the initial assessment versus what actually is the final outcome?
Yeah, currently, I think, again, what I was trying to tell, to all my viewers is, currently, even the current predictions are also indicating that there could be the La Nina conditions are becoming, or the ENSO conditions are becoming neutral in the summer monsoon. That is during this March, April, and May. And later on, I think it is going to have some effect of development of El Nino. There are years like 2012, I remember, like this, the predictions were there, but then there was no impact of that. So it all depends upon, it's not only the El Nino, but it depends upon at what time, its peak would be there, whether we will see it during the summer or later part of the monsoon. These are the things which will also, have a lot of impact on the summer monsoon. And it is not one to one. That is very important. I think all viewers should remember also, please.
So just want to understand, when it comes to summer, if you could reiterate for us, is there a high probability of the occurrence of a heat wave during the months of March to May? How bad could it get for some of the states like Rajasthan, for places like New Delhi, etc.?
Yeah, we in the month of February, we have seen, a lot of temperature rises in the part of northwest of the India, Konkan, central part of the India, that is including Maharashtra. We saw temperature soaring up to 37 to 39 degrees centigrade at many places in the beginning of February. Yes, later on it got stabilized. The prediction for the March, April, and May that we have set, that yes, there is a good possibility that the heat waves, the heat waves could be, enhanced conditions of the heat waves as possible in March, April, and May. We have also found, a study submitted what could be the heat wave scenario in March. March, it is not indicating that number of heat waves as compared to the rest of the season, like March, April, and May. So what is expected probably is that the season could pick up with the more number of heat waves in the month of April and May. That is what the prediction as far as. Of course, monthly, weekly, and daily predictions also would be available during the course of time.
Just one final question. It was a hard 2023 summer also, and it's going to be a hard 2020. 2022 was hard, and 2023 could also be hard. Is it all about global warming, the most talked about debate? I mean, are weather patterns changing because of global warming?
Yeah, I think now, if you see the February temperature, to just give you the glimpse of it, the average February temperature at all India level was about 29.5 degrees centigrade. That is the highest temperature in the February for last 122 years for all India level. It's number one. So February literally remained very warm, at all India level. Even the minimum temperature, remained warmer at number 6 for last 122 years of data as the whole country. So let us accept it that, we are living in a warming environment. And yes, the climate predictions are also stating, global climate predictions are also in that line only, where the temperatures are going to rise. Yes, 2022 was March, especially. I remember there were extraordinary heat waves, especially in the northern part of the country. In northwest Rajasthan, even Gujarat also had number of heat waves. Temperatures were above 40 at many places. But this year, we are expecting that March would not be that harsh as, in the coming time. But maybe April and May, we need to keep watch on the heat waves and the rise in the temperature.
All right, so really appreciate your time. You've wonderfully taken out time early in the morning and you've just broken the news for our viewers. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.